Is this thing? Elijah, how are you?
Good.
You're good? Okay, so we're gonna start in a few minutes. Were you guys able to get your dry erase board? A little dry erase board? If it's okay if you don't. If you do not have one, just get a notebook. And like maybe if you have a black marker, that would help in case you have to show me some of your answers. Okay, so a notebook and a black marker or even a black crayon. Sometimes pencils don't show up clearly enough on camera. Okay. So Elijah, how are you?
Good.
Good. How's your little brother? Your little brother? Little brother, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How's your little brother?
Good.
Good. Getting big as they do. Okay. So if you guys have your dry erase board, let me go get mine. So I just have a small one. Sometimes I use with my daughter. If you have it, if you don't, it's not a problem. If you don't, a notebook, and if you have a black marker or a black crayon, that would be helpful because then you could easily, yes, yep, perfect. So if you have one, just show me what you have. Do you have one, Cooper? Yeah? Good, perfect. Yep. Okay. You have one, Elijah? Good. I think they have them in like Target for like a few bucks. Never want to spend too much money on anything. You have one, Makai? If not, it's okay. A dry erase board? Larmon, you have one?
No.
But you have a black marker?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna share my screen in a second. I'm gonna put my dry erase board over there. Okay, so, alrighty. Oh, we lost one, okay. All right, hold on tight. Okay, so let me share I'm gonna share my screen with you, okay? And I just want to go back to a lesson we did a long time ago, but just as like a refresher, just so we don't forget some of the things that we have learned, okay? So on my screen, you should see some fact families, okay? You should see 4 little houses. You may just see 2 for now, okay? Oh, he's back in. Okay, so on your dry erase board, can you let me model it first? Start to write, thank you, Larmont. I need, with these 3 numbers in every house, I can make 4 equations, okay? Now, the boss is on top, so that boss is like your mom or your dad, the person in charge, and the 2 numbers are on the bottom, those are the helpers. That's like you guys, how you help your mom, okay? So we have 29 on top, and we have 15, and we have 14. And just watch me, okay? I'm going to do 1 or 2, and then you're gonna do some on your own, okay? I have 29, 15, and 14. Well, I can't put 29 here because I want to get the bigger number. 15, I can only use these numbers. 14, I know 5 plus 4 is 9. I know my math. And I know I can reverse these. Okay. In addition, the boss is in the back. In subtraction, the boss comes first. 15. I know if I take 5 from 9, I get 4. Some of you guys have been showing me that in your test this week. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I can use my boss one more time and get the correct number, correct difference. So in subtraction, the boss comes first. In addition, the boss comes last. I'm going to display this. Can you do 1 or 2 on your dry erase board? And whenever you're ready, just let me know what you have. I'll move it down a little bit. So let's see if we can complete this one together, okay? Yeah, you can get started. You can do these on your dry erase board. Makai, do you have a dry erase board? This thing keeps. This thing it keeps stopping recording. Oh boy. It should still be recording. Okay, so whenever you have, oh, let me go back. Okay. Can you guys see the fact family again? Yes, okay. Things are acting a little kooky today.
So.
And tell me when you're ready. And I'm going to jot down the answers. Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, you show me a thumbs up. Okay, everyone ready? Larmont, you ready? Oh, not Elijah.
No.
So if you're done on your dry erase board, could you create your own fact family? Right? You can create your own fact family, right, Cooper? Now, a lot of you, when we're in our groups, a lot of you add in the hundreds. Just saying, no pressure. So we're just waiting for Elijah, I believe.
I'm still running also.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay. So those of you that are finished, you're creating your own fact family. Okay, if you're done, just raise a silent hand. Okay, Elijah's done. Okay, great. All right, guys. Hold on one second. Something kooky just happened. Okay, there we go. Please tell me you still see my screen again. Okay, all right. So can you show me your fact family? Show me your boards or your notebooks. That's why I said, Larmont. Larmont is like a love bug. Yeah, show me your boards or your notebooks. A little closer. Whoa, Elijah, you have great handwriting. Good, Elijah, great. Let's see yours, Larmont. Yeah, if you have your notebook, just bring a little, yep, bring it up a little bit, little bit, little bit. Ooh, Larmont, you have great handwriting too. Okay, good, good, good. All right, let me see Cooper's and Mackay's. It's very important. Look at that. Look at this handwriting. What in the world? Oh my goodness, you guys did a good, look at this handwriting. Listen, you guys have great handwriting, all four of you. I'm going to tell your writing teacher about that, your reading teacher. Okay, so this is what I saw you guys did. 17 plus 12 is 29. The boss, 12 plus 17, 29. The boss, 29. The boss comes first. Minus 17 is 12. Oops. 29 minus 12 is 17. Now, when you guys took your test this week, a lot of you explained your thinking like this. Watch me. I think it was like 80 minus 40 equals 40. I think that was one of the questions. And a lot of you went like this. You kind of did it like this. 80 minus 40 equals 40. And you kind of, a lot of you guys explained it like this. 4 minus 8 is 4. And it's true. Like, for example, 7 minus 9 will give me 2. That's why it's important to really know those math facts, okay? All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna stop sharing for one moment. Okay, so you guys did a great job. Now, again, every so often, I wanna go back and bring some of those skills and different things that we've learned a while ago, okay? So I'm gonna share my screen one more time, okay? Hold on tight. You don't need your dry erase boards for a little bit, okay? I'm gonna share a graph with you, okay? But first, I wanna explain to you what first graders do with graphs. They organize, represent, they show, and interpret data. Now, data, those are numbers, okay? When we interpret, we start to think. We think about our numbers, okay? Up to 3 categories. Ask and answer questions about data points and find out how many, more, or less. So that's a lot of information. So we're gonna organize some numbers, represent some numbers. We're gonna think about them. We have 3 categories. I'm gonna ask you some questions and we're gonna talk about how many more or how many less, okay? All right, so here we go. Here's a graph. Let me move it up a little bit, okay? And this is called a school time graph, okay? So on this school time graph, I see some school supplies, okay? So what I need you to do, you're gonna start counting the scissors for me first, and then raise a silent hand. And let me show you, Elijah, let me show you what I do. Guys, watch me, because you guys are great in math, but what's gonna happen is your numbers are gonna get bigger. So when I count and there's a whole bunch of things all together, I cross them out. So let me show you what I do first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that all my scissors? That's all my scissors. So I cross them out, okay? Then I have that number in my head, and this is what I do. I go right to the category, and I put a 6 there. I count, I cross out, and I go right to my category, and I put that number there. Because guys, this is what's gonna happen to you. When you're in 2nd grade, and you have to create graphs, you're gonna have to count objects that are probably in the 2 digits. So trust me, count, cross out, go back to your category, write that number, okay? Because what you're doing is, if you don't write the number in the little category, sometimes you have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between the pictures, okay? Elijah, can you sit up, my love? Thank you. Okay, so I already did my scissors. Now I have to count my pencils. So why don't you guys count and then I'll count and let's see if I have the same numbers, the same number as you. Okay, I just did it really quick. And then raise the silent hand and tell me what number you have. Okay, I saw your hand first, Elijah. How many pencils are there?
11.
Okay, do you guys agree? Show Elijah a thumbs up if you agree with Elijah. Okay, great. So now these pencils, they're scattered. They're all over the top of this worksheet, of this graph. So that's why I have to cross out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. All right, 11. Do you see why I crossed out? And I'm going to just put my number right there. Okay. These are the 3 categories: scissors, pencils, journals. Now, what would have happened, guys, if I did not cross out the pencils? They were all over the place. What would have happened if I didn't cross them out? Larmont.
You will have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Then I'll be all over the place. So cross out, you know you've counted all of them. If not, possibly you could miss one, okay? So those are my 11 pencils. Now count the journals and then show me with your fingers how many journals there are. And let's see if I get the same number. I hope so. Show me with your fingers how many journals there are. Okay, good. Hopefully I get the right number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I also got 5. All right. So if you notice, everything, all of my pictures are crossed off. That means I've counted everything. I will not be taking questions in the chat. Okay. So now I have my numbers here. I wrote them here because now I have to start to plot all of my numbers. Okay. This is where I'm going to start organizing. All right. So I know that there's 6. I don't have to go back. That's why I wrote the number there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. Why did I stop at 6? Can someone tell me why I stopped at 6? I know it's an easy question, but why did I stop at 6? Makai, why did I stop at 6? Sorry, Cooper. Why did I stop highlighting at 6? Makai. Can't hear you, cutie. Elijah, sit up. You okay, Larmont? Why did I stop at 6, Makai? Can someone tell me why I stopped at the number 6? Why did I only shade in 6 boxes? Cooper, why did I only shade it? Oh, you ready, Makai? I'm so sorry. Makai, how come I only shaded in 6 boxes?
Because there's 6 of them.
There's 6 scissors, okay? Okay, so now I'm gonna do 11. Are we ready? 11 pencils? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Why did I put the dots there? Cooper, why do you think I put the dots there? Yep,
So
unmute.
you can remember how uh, uh,
Can you continue to explain? Why was putting the dots there helpful for me? Cooper, you want to continue? Can anyone tell me why I put the 11 dots? Like, why was that helpful? I always find little things to make life a little easier. Can I go on to someone else, Cooper? Can I ask someone else? Okay, Larmont, why did I put one dot on each box?
It's because there's 11 pencils.
Yeah, that means I know how much to fill in. I need a new highlighter. Okay, now how many boxes am I going to fill in for the journals or for those notebooks? How many am I going to fill in? Anyone? Cooper?
5.
Yep. And I'm going to add my dots so I keep track of my numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I'm going to fill in. Okay. All right. So now, which one has the greatest? Now we're going to start to interpret. Watch this a second. So we organized, we represented our numbers here. We put them in our bar graph in categories. I've asked you questions. Now let's talk about how many more or how many less. Okay. Which school supply has the greatest, and how do you know? Which school supply do I have the most of? Cooper?
Pencil.
Pencils. Elijah, is Cooper correct? Is pencils the school supply that I have the most of?
Yes,
Okay, how do you know that?
because you marked off, because on the picture of pencil, there's 11.
Okay, there's 11. But look at my graph. What do I see in my graph that tells me there's more pencils? Larmont, this question's for you. How do I know that 11 is the most? Look at my graph. We've plotted, we've organized it. How do I know by looking at it that 11 is the most? Makai? Oh, Larmont.
It's because there's 11 lines on the pencil.
It goes all the way there. Which school supply do I have the least of? Who can tell me? Which school supply do I have the least of? The smallest. I have less of them. Elijah?
The notebook.
Do you agree, Cooper, that the school supply that I have the smallest amount are the journals, the notebooks? Thank you. All right. Yeah, you could give some thumbs up. Okay, so which one has the greatest? That's our pencils. Okay. Which is the fewest? You guys said it. There were 5 journals. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. The question isn't here. It's not noted on my graph, but how many more, listen to this question, guys. How many more pencils are there than journals? How many more?
I'm sorry.
Whenever you hear that question, how many more? What they're saying is there's one category that has more than the other, but how many more? I'm going to stop sharing for 1 second. Let's say, for example, you guys finished dinner. This is dinner at Cooper's house. He's finished eating dinner and his mom is like, okay, Cooper, I'm going to give you and your sister some candy. And then she takes her hand and she's like, this is for you, Hannah. This is for you, Cooper. And Cooper has 11 and his sister has 5, like our pencil and journals. Clearly, we know that Cooper has more. But how many more does he have than his sister? I'm going to share again. How do you think you're going to find that out? What would you do, Cooper, to find out how many more? Makai, you're a little quiet today.
Count.
Say that again.
Count.
We can. What would you count?
How much empty spots there are?
Perfect. All of those empty spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, he has 6 more than his sister. This is what he has. She has only up to here. Well, he has this many more. Well, when you hear the phrase, how many more, guys? You want to subtract. These are the pencils. These are the journals. And the difference is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. How many more scissors are there than pencils? How many more scissors than pencils? Scissors, pencils. Raise a silent hand. Remember, how many more you're subtracting? Or show me with your fingers. How many more? Show me with your fingers if you need to. How many more scissors? Or no, I'm sorry, how many more pencils than scissors? How many more pencils than scissors? Show me with your fingers. Elijah's writing it down. That's fine too. You can show me with your fingers or you could write your answer on your dry erase board. It's totally up to you. Good. Makai, how many more? I'm waiting for Elijah and Makai, okay? And then you're going to explain your thinking to me. Makai, you're going to tell me how you got that answer. Okay? What do you have, Elijah? How many more pencils than scissors?
I'm trying to think.
Okay. But what was the way I told you on the bottom? We can do that subtraction. Okay? You take the bigger number, that's 11, and you're going to subtract it by the scissors. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing real quick. So there's 11 pencils, right? And there's 5 scissors. So when I said you could use subtraction, you would take 11 and you would take away 5 from that. So what does 11 take away 5? If I take 5 from 11, what is my answer? 6. If I have 11 and I take away 6, what is my answer? How many are left over? I have 11 and I take away 6. Yeah, go ahead, show me, Cooper. You know. Yeah, good. You were showing me 5. You were showing me 5 fingers before. You were showing me 5. Okay. I'm gonna share one more time. Okay. Do you understand, Elijah? Okay. So here's the 5 because Cooper said it. There's empty spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 5 empty spaces. But if I take 11 minus 6, it's 5. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing once and for all. So what did we do? We have a graph. Harmon is always moving around. We have a graph. We organized it. We counted our pencils, our notebooks. We plotted the data. I asked you guys some questions. We had 3 categories. There was one question that wasn't on there, and the question was how many more? So you always take the biggest amount, because you always in subtract, you take it from the boss, and you subtract that number, and whatever's left, that's how many more. Are there any questions? No? Okay. All right. So I will see you guys maybe Thursday if you come to the live lesson on Thursday. Okay? You okay, Makai? You're a little quiet today. I can't hear you. Stay on so I know that you got it. Stay on. Okay, so the rest of you can go. Makai's going to stay on. Okay? I want to make sure that he got it. All right. Okay, guys, see you there. See you on Thursday. Makai, stay on.